Welcome to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Arden Roof Systems, with your host, Murray McCourt, only on your clear choice for sports, Edmonton Sports Talk.
Good morning and welcome to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Arden Roof Systems, right here in the Modern Measure studio on Edmonton Sports Talk. My name is Murray McCourt. I'm the general manager and executive professional of the Ranch Golf and Country Club and host of the VIP Golf Show. Certainly appreciate you taking some time out of your morning, or whether you watch it all week, to tune into the show. Support, as I've been mentioning, each week has been absolutely phenomenal. So appreciate everyone who is listening to the show. The theme of this year in golf in Edmonton, though, has to be the weather. I know we keep talking about it every week. This week, again, Edmonton got blasted on Monday night with weather. Got blasted again last night with a crazy storm. Smoke in the city, and golf just can't win. This is crazy. Even the Ranch, for the first time in 30-some years we've been open, we were not even open on Tuesday this week because the course was too wet. And if we're closed, oh my goodness, I'm sure pretty much everyone in the city was closed that day with that big storm. But, we appreciate you being interactive with the show as well. You can text in your thoughts on anything golf-related, 780-218-9999. Here's what's coming up today. In just a couple of minutes, Garrett Hatfield joins us from the Rundle Short Course and Goat Track Social Club. At 8:20, we'll have Keith Stewart from Read the Lion talk about gambling in golf. At 8:40, we'll get you some golf tips with Todd Helpin from Golf Fanatics. At 9:40, we'll have our trivia contest where one lucky listener will win a custom fitting and at the TaylorMade Performance Center and a gift card to the Cake Steakhouse and Bar. Also at 9:40, we're going to be going around YEG and check in with the Wolf Creek Golf Resort. And our final guest of the day, a little change up. We were supposed to have up-and-coming star junior player Benson White join us, but he had a flight change from one of his tournaments to another tournament. He's going to be in the air when he was supposed to be on the show. So Kevin Carius is going to drop back in the studio. We'll have round two with Kevin at 9:45. So engagement question. Last week we gave away the TaylorMade driver. Unfortunately, the winner did not answer his phone when we tried to get a hold of him. I found out later that he was camping in Saskatchewan out of service. But I did get in touch with him. Derek Lazurko was the big winner of the TaylorMade driver. Now, the rest of the year, if you engage with our engagement question, 780-218-9999, the next prize that we're going to give out on the final show of the year is a foursome at the ranch with all your food and beverage included for your group all day long. So that's another awesome prize. The question this week that I want you to chime in on, would you rather play Augusta National once or get a lifetime membership at your home club? Text us your thoughts on that, 780-218-9999. And this segment is brought to you by the 6-1 Edmonton Elks. This is Edmonton football, and the only way to experience it is being here when it happens. Get your single game tickets today and experience every hit, catch, and touchdown. Get your tickets now at goelks.com/tickets. This Saturday, August 1st, 5 p.m., the Riders are back for the back half of the home and home. Be there. If there's not 30,000 butts in the seats, I don't know what's going on. This football team is great. It's the Riders. Saskatchewan fans are going to show up in full force. And boy, I know me and my family, we are so pumped for that game already. And excited now to be joined by Garrett Hatfield from the Rundle Short Course Goat Track Social Club. You're the director of golf there at Rundle. Good morning, Garrett. How you doing today?
Morning, Murray. I'm doing great. Thank you, my friend. How are you?
Well, hard to complain for me. I was on vacation last week, and I'm leaving again as soon as the show's over again today, so having a good little run here.
Good for you.
Well, Garrett, for anyone who hasn't been out to Rundle recently, it's become so much more than just a short course. Tell us about the vision behind Rundle Golf Course and Goat Track Social Club and what you're trying to create for golfers in Edmonton.
Yeah. So in 2022, when we took over Rundle, I had only ever really played it one time, so I didn't really know or remember what I was getting into. And quickly after taking over, we realized we had a pretty special spot in the city, that we have such a unique golf course that, we're not a par 3 course like the Kinsman Pitch and Putt, where holes range from 30 yards. Our shortest is 129, and then we can stretch it out to 240 yards on some of our holes. So when we came in, we realized we had a very special, unique product that price point wise was very digestible for the majority of golfers. It wasn't as scary of as an undertaking, if you will. So we kind of just noticed what we had, and through social media, word of mouth, getting other professional friends out there to play and taking back the knowledge to their members. We really just tried to get the word out there, because I think a lot of people, and I mean, this is 5 years later, we still get people coming into the pro shop almost every day saying, I used to play here when McDonald's had a junior tournament 30 years ago. So it's really cool to see these parents now bringing their kids when they started there, and now these kids have a place that it feels a little bit more, stable, and it's going to be around forever. And we have tiny little junior tees for kids too. So just really leaning into the uniqueness of it all, and the approachability, I think, is what we did.
Well, I don't remember it being called that junior tournament, but I played at Rundle back when I was a junior, which maybe might be a little more than 30 years ago, when it was the Edmonton Journal Junior Tournament. And I grew up in small town Alberta, and I get up to Rundle, and my gosh, those were the fastest, slopiest greens I'd ever seen in my life at that time. And now I played there last year with my wife and son. The greens are still slopey as heck, but you're not shaving them down, so it's a little funner or easier for guys to handle those greens. But it is a great spot, isn't it?
And the greens, I think that is our trademark and our quirk, that if we were to ever do any renovations to the golf course, I think I would stop the bulldozers from touching the greens. Because I think that is kind of the other unique side is, you bring your son out or your daughter out, and if they've seen a normal golf course, they've seen normal greens, and the first green at Rundle is already out of control. So it's kind of turns like a fun gimmick into, just another unique little piece of Rundle. And if we shave those greens fast, we'd have 12-hour rounds, because you just couldn't put the ball in the hole.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the way they were when I played. I couldn't believe it. But one of the biggest challenges in golf is making the game feel welcoming for beginners and less intimidating for newer players. How are Rundle and GoTrack helping break down those barriers and making golf more accessible for everyone?
Kind of just more towards the first question as well. I think with the cheaper green fees makes it a lot more approachable for people. On the weekend, the most expensive green fee we have is $35 for an adult. But we do have junior rates where 18 for a junior on the weekend is $25, and for a senior it's $27. So just eliminating the fact that obviously price is a huge deterrent for people getting into the game. Through GoTrack and kind of piggybacking with Rundle Park, we just absolutely have no dress code whatsoever. I know through GoTrack, it is very casual. It is very, wear it every day. It has nothing to do with golf other than it might say the word golf on the t-shirt. And I think with that approach and letting people play in jeans if they want to, which I don't know why you'd want to, but if you want to, you're welcome to. If you want to play in a tank top, go right ahead. You just have to have some sort of shirt on. I think just eliminating that, more stuffy feel, especially for the true beginners that we get. It just takes away that one little barrier of almost embarrassment if you're to walk in and someone tells you your outfit's not correct for going to walk on the grass today. We kind of just take that away and say, just wear whatever you want. And I think it's done wonders for us. And I mean, I understand that we are the perfect golf course for that kind of attire, and not every golf course falls under the same category, but I think doing that has really helped us quite a bit.
Now that answer is queuing up my rant of the week a little later in the show, because it just so happens to be about dress codes at golf courses. But so appreciate that, teeing that up for me, Garrett, for later. But the traditional 18-hole round at full-length golf courses isn't always realistic for people's lifestyles today. Why do you think short courses are becoming such an important part of the future of golf, and who are they really designed for?
I think just being able to play fast, 4 hours being considered a fast full length golf course. Now, I think, like, as you said, people are just so busy and they realize that, golf isn't such a boom. I want to play. I don't just want to go to the range, but I don't have 5 hours to kill. Where Rundle, you're playing in 3.5 hours. We're quite fortunate there. We have 10-minute intervals on our tee times. So when I have I've never touched a golf club before in my life, beginner in my pro shop, I'm able to just tell them, you have roughly 10 minutes to play every hole. If you notice that you're around the 11 minute mark and you need to pick up and head to the next one, that's okay. Let's see if we can finish the next hole in less than 10 minutes. It's an easy way for people to digest and keep pace of play, and which is going to help us overall. Obviously, a course like ours, we're getting far more beginners than every other golf course every single day, which if you're not on top of it with your marshals and starters, you can have, your 3.5 hour round could look like 4 hours, 4.5 really quick when everyone's taking their time. So for us, it's just conveying a very polite way of saying, hey, you're being a little slow. Let's make sure we're playing in the 10 minute per hole. It's done wonders for us as soon as we started implementing kind of telling people that. And we've had really no pace of play issues since doing it. So it does allow for those, hey, I need a quick round in. I got to get going. My kid, I got to pick him up at 4 or whatever. It's like, okay, well, you got 3.5 hours. You got more than enough time to get in and out of here. So, people, and then once you start playing there more, and we have so many regulars at Rundle now where like they're used to it and they'll help police it while they're out there and just kind of politely speed people along for us. So, yeah.
Well, golf has experienced tremendous growth over the last several years, especially among younger players and women. From what you're seeing every day at Rundle, how is the game changing and what excites you about the future?
When I started in 2022, we had 250 women in our ladies league, and I thought that was insane. This year we have 360.
Oh my.
So the amount of women getting into the game, and we do through Goat Track, it's called Golf Gal Day, where we do a 1 hour lesson on one Saturday, and then the following Saturday we all meet at Rundle Park and play golf. That event, we had over 120 women that sold out in, I think it was half an hour. So it's free for junior girls, and it was $50 for adult girls for a lesson plus a full round of golf that had burgers and prizes and everything. So I think the amount of women who are finally just realizing all of us guys have just been going on a walk with our friends and just gabbing along, and they're realizing how much fun it is, and the actual game itself is almost secondary to a lot of people. I mean, unless you're on TV, let's be honest, the game is somewhat secondary to most people. So just creating a space where women realize that they're more than welcome too. And then having the shorter distance and shorter length for the juniors at Rundle is also just like, for us, we're the perfect place for anybody who's a shorter hitter. And with our ladies league, we had our tournament yesterday and they played in the scramble, and we have so many senior ladies that Rundle plays like a full length golf course to them because they're only going to be hitting their driver around that 100-yard mark. So it's either playing as short par 4s or decent par 5s for them almost.
Yeah, that's such a great point because, even if you're playing at a full-length golf course, the proper tees that those newer golfers should be playing is probably pretty similar length to what they're getting at your place anyways.
Exactly. Yeah, they just don't exist on a real golf course, and it feels weird to just tee it up in the fairway. And, it hurts someone's feelings to say, no, you're not going to tee off where we do because you're new. You're going to go way up here in a random spot. So Rundle just makes it feel like you're playing the big boy, big girl golf course, but it's not.
So if anyone's listening to the show that has never been to Rundle, what's your invitation to them?
Don't just bring a wedge and a putter, first of all, because when we see that, we kind of laugh a little bit. We say, you're going to need some rentals. Our third hole is 250 yards. But yeah, just kind of come as you are, bring a group, have a good attitude. Everything there is about fun and, openness and casual nature. All my staff are very good as far as customer service. They know that we're dealing with a lot of beginners, and it's, don't just point and say, that's the first tee, you're off in 10 minutes, actually tell people, okay, we have our starter out there. His name is Dave. He's going to be doing this and that and this and this. And, the upstairs is where you're getting your food. Across the way is the bathroom. That's your push cart there if you need extra balls, and just really take it down to the bare bones of golf and just try to make it as easy and as welcoming and friendliness. I guess my pro shop, that's kind of our main goal, is just to be friendly. And I find that we get a lot of first-time golfers out who become all the time Rundle golfers. And then eventually, we've been there 5 years now. I've seen people, juniors who started at Rundle in 2022 who are now Royal Mayfair members who are playing MJT tournaments every single week and winning. So I think it's the perfect place to start your kid, where they're going to become in love with the game because you're not going to be stressed that they're being a little slow or they're, you're playing with somebody else and you don't want to be bad. Everyone's bad at Rundle. That's what we tell everyone. Nobody here is good. If you're good, you're on TV. Rundle Park is a place for everyone, and it's just come, have an open mind, be friendly, and try not to get too frustrated at this silly game.
So Goat Track Social Club has really developed its own identity and community. Tell us about the league's events and social atmosphere you've created with it.
Yeah, Goat Track's been, it's been a wild ride since 2022 for sure. Now we've kind of shifted in a way where we're doing large events with, Sea Change Brewery. We do a collaborative tournament with them. We do another one with the Easy Tiger Tattoo Shop here in town. So kind of your alternative golf tournaments is like our number one goal, is trying to get amongst how many tattooed people can we get on the golf course at one time, sort of thing. Go Track has always just been about, golf is for everyone being our motto and our slogan. We want everyone to feel welcome, that if they want to try the game, whether it be in one of our events or not. We have tons of people who have never played before who get paired up with golf professionals who leave thinking that was the funnest time of my life. So that's not happening very often, especially when you get paired up with people you don't know. So just really trying to create a welcoming, open atmosphere and make golf not nearly as intimidating as it can be. Over the past 6 years of doing it, there's been a lot more brands that have kind of fallen under the same, golf is for everyone and more casual golf wear, which is amazing. That was kind of the goal, was to get the whole game to loosen up, not just us to have a brand. So I'd say, 6 years, 7 years into this now, I think it's awesome the way that things have gone. And we've kind of shifted it from a wholesale brand where we were in private clubs in Edmonton and out in Vancouver to more of a in-house brand at Rundle Park, online sales, but more of just the community focus, because that's kind of where it started. So Go Track is an ever-evolving entity, I would say, but at its core, we've always stayed at the same thing, that golf is for everyone, and please come play some golf with us.
If people want more information on Go Track or the Rundle Short Course, how can they find it?
Rundle Park, you would go to either edmonton.ca, and if you just search Rundle Park, it'll tell you all of our rates and everything like that. Rundle Park SC on Instagram, or goat.track on Instagram would be all of our Go Track stuff. Links to our website, links to everything is via Instagram, so you can kind of find it all. Thanks, Murray. This has been great.
Yeah, awesome. Appreciate your time. Thanks very much. Have a good Sunday.
Thanks, my friend. Enjoy your holiday.
All right, appreciate it. That was Garrett Hadfield from the Rundle Short Course. On the other side of the break, we're going to talk about gambling in golf. Keith Stewart from Read the Line joined us. Stay with us on the VIP Golf Show on Edmonton Sports Talk.
From the fairways of Edmonton to the greens of the BC Rockies, you'll never miss a course with VIP Golf. VIP Golf members enjoy preferred rates at over 70 top courses in Alberta and BC. They play 7 days a week and average 40 to 60% off regular rates with no payments due at the course. Just book with VIP Golf, show your ID, then grip it and rip it. With so many courses under one umbrella, it's no wonder they're the membership of choice for so many Albertans. To learn more, visit their website today at vipgolf.ca.
Crazy about roofs. Crazy about roofs.
Time for a new roof? Make it one that lasts. Ardent Roof Systems, protecting homes for over a decade. Roofing, siding, and exteriors. Built to last with our Platinum 50-year warranty. No matter what Alberta weather throws your way, you're covered with confidence. Ardent Roof Systems and Exteriors, the team that puts your protection first. Visit ardentroofsystems.com.
Ready to level up your golf game? Come swing by the Ranch Golf and Country Club, where serious golf meets serious fun. With a championship-style course, pristine conditions, and above all, a fun, laid-back atmosphere, the Ranch is where every round feels like a getaway. Get top-notch service at unmatched value every time you play at the Ranch. Think you have what it takes to go low? Bring your A game and find out why the Ranch is the best value in golf. 25, 50, 100, and 200 round packs on sale. TheRanchGolf.com.
Escape the ordinary and experience golfing paradise at Coal Creek Golf Resort. Immerse yourself in our exceptional layout and enjoy excellent conditions that will take your game to the next level. Challenge yourself with a unique twist. Tackle the only black sand traps in all of Alberta. And why not extend your stay? Relax in one of our spacious RV lots, offering the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. Visit coalcreek.ca now to book your tee time and plan your unforgettable getaway at Coal Creek Golf Resort. Your perfect golfing escape awaits.
This summer, your golf game stays hot indoors. With the $50 Golf Summer Pass from Country Club Tour, enjoy free indoor golf all summer long at the CCT Indoor Golf Center, right in downtown Edmonton. Tee off on over 90 world-class courses with 28 cutting-edge Unicore simulators, rain or shine. Or just fine-tune your game on the virtual driving range. Offer valid till June 30th, and you can play from May 1st to September 30th. Your best golf season starts indoors. Visit countryclubtour.com to grab your pass today.
Immerse yourself in a world where golf intertwines with the historic valor of the Canadian Armed Forces. At the Edmonton Garrison Memorial Golf Club, every round connects you with the courageous stories of our military's past. With fairways set against genuine combat equipment and historic monuments, your game becomes a meaningful link to the legacy of those who've served. And make sure to aim carefully to avoid a memorable shot off a tank. Get your membership and celebrate the challenge of golf and the honor of our armed forces. Visit egmgolf.com for more.
Your logo matters. So if you're gonna put it onto something, it's gonna be tough enough to be useful. Tough Stuff Promotions works as hard as you do to create personalized swag that's tough enough for your hard-working name. Whether it's promotional items, branded clothing, industrial workwear, golf, or athletics, Tough Stuff works hard for hard-working folks. Get the tough stuff you need when you need it. For easy ordering, call 780-470-4545 or visit toughstuffpromotions.com.
Upgrade your game this season. Sorrow Group, Canadian owned and operated, delivers premium golf brands like BeDrady, Fairway and Green, Legendary Headwear, and Zero Restriction. Trusted by the best, built for your best rounds. BeDrady and Zero Restriction will be outfitting both President's Cup teams at Medina this fall, so you know you're wearing what the pros wear. Ask your local pro shop or shop online with code Edmonton10 for 10% off to try out our premium apparel. Sorrow Group, elevate your game.
Golfer's swing is different. TaylorMade Master Fitters customize clubs based on size, speed, and ability. From tour pro to the casual golfer, everyone can benefit from clubs that are custom fit for their game. Featuring the most extensive range of custom club components from driver through to putter, TaylorMade Performance Centers offer one-on-one tour-level fittings and TrackMan launch monitor technology. Visit the TaylorMade Performance Center at the Ranch Golf and Country Club to take your golf game to the next level and dial in your equipment. For more details and to book your fitting, visit TaylorMadeFitting.ca.
Enjoy a round of golf on two of Canada's top public courses at Wolf Creek, designed by renowned architect Rod Whitman. If you haven't been to Wolf Creek recently, now's the time to check out the best course conditions in years. Enjoy a pure links golf experience and great course conditions. After your game, relax at Barney's Lounge with great food, drinks, and patio views. It's a destination getaway only a short drive away in Ponoka. Visit wolfcreekgolf.com to learn more.
We return to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Arden Roof Systems, with your host, Murray McCourt, only on your clear choice for sports, Edmonton Sports Talk.
Presented by Ardent Roof Systems right here in the Modern Measure studio on Edmonton Sports Talk. My name is Murray McCourt, and this segment is brought to you by Adidas, where tradition meets modern golf, timeless looks, traditional craftsmanship, modern comfort and performance, golfer design, sneaker inspired, one shoe, all day comfort from tee time to downtime. S2G is your go anywhere golf essential, and we'll head into the Modern Measure inbox. Modern Measure is Edmonton's leading provider of custom made to measure clothing right in the heart of Ice District. Formal wear, casual wear, and yes, even golf wear. Their goal is giving you one of a kind look with a perfect fit made just for you. And few texts to get to here. Good morning, Murray. Good morning, Matt. Yes, Matt Awanek is the producer here this morning, and they had the Nasty Bash last night. So obviously this texter was there because he said great party last night. And to the engagement question, which we want you to chime in on, 780-218-9999, would you rather play Augusta National once or be given a free lifetime membership to your home course? What's your choice? This texter says Augusta is my choice. One other checks to get to: Augusta, just to play it once and think of all the history and beauty. One of the few courses that is truly on hallowed ground, and that was from Scuba Steve. So thanks for that, guys. Really appreciate you chiming in on that. And do we have Keith? Awesome. Good morning, Keith. How are you doing?
How you doing?
Well, this Keith Stewart from Read the Line, and golf gambling has something that's been taken off. But Keith, for those who aren't familiar with Read the Line, tell us what it is, how it started, and how you've been helping golfers and sports bettors make more informed decision every week.
Thanks for having me on this morning. And, I always love this question. It's a little bit of self-promotion, but at the same time, it's tons of fun. I have a background as a PGA professional for many, many decades as a golf course operator. And about 10 years ago, I got involved in golf media, and that led me down the radio road and a couple other things. But the true milestone marker was in 2018 down here in the States when Congress said that it was up to the states whether or not that they would allow sports betting. And New Jersey, where I'm from, was one of the first states that went legal. And as a golfer and as a golf professional, and I'd run so many tournaments in my life, I was like, if we ever started a golf media company that was focused on wagering, as much as my members wager at the golf course, I said, this thing has to be a home run. And now 4.5 years later, we're on a rocket ship to the moon.
Well, golf has become one of the fastest growing betting sports in North America. Why do you think golf is such an intriguing sport to bet on compared to football, hockey, baseball?
I really think it has to do, the primary one is that, I joke all the time, it's the 4-day lottery. So if you want to bet on someone to win the Stanley Cup, say it's the Oilers up there, or you want to bet on, someone to win the NFL Super Bowl down here, you bet it in October or you bet it in August for the Super Bowl, and then you have to wait 6-7 months. And if you get through injuries and weather and luck and all of those things in a very long season, then maybe you have a chance to win a bet that's 5-1 or 10-1 or 8-1 on one of the favorites. And if you pick your team and it's like 30-1 and halfway through the season that bet's over, well, you basically, that's not very much fun in my opinion. So I feel like golf, you look at the 3M Open this week, right there near the Canadian border up there in Blaine, Minnesota, most of the guys that are in contention right now, they're in the 30, 40, 50, 60-1 range. Yes, don't get me wrong. Scotty Scheffler was there as a favorite and he could still win, but there's going to be a winner today that's probably over 30-1, and that's like a lottery. So, and you get paid out in 4 days. That's a wonderful thing. Another thing is that everyone loves prop bets, your top fives, or, just something as simple as maybe a head-to-head matchup or something like that. Golf, over the course of a couple of days offers you an endless amount of those. And people love to live bet an event. You want to live bet a hockey match, it lasts like 2, maybe 3 hours. You want to live bet a golf match, it lasts 4 days. Gives you an endless opportunity to jump in and get in some of the action. And then, quite simply, the biggest reason is that betting is part of the fabric of the game. Most people that are listening to this that play golf and are interested in this conversation, when they get to the first tee, they're usually like, what are we playing for today? Mm-hmm. Could be a beer, could be lunch, but it could be $10. And it's very easy to try to convert someone. You and I might sit and watch the Oilers. And I've never played, professional hockey, let alone organized hockey. I watch it as entertainment. The game's over, and I'm like, well, that was great. 3-2. Awesome. But, if we're golfers and we sit and watch golf, we're like, we could bet on this because we bet when we play golf all the time. And it's a low barrier for entry, and it makes it kind of fun. So for those 4 reasons, I think that's why golf betting has really taken off.
So for someone who's just getting into betting on golf, what's the biggest mistake you see people make?
Well, I would say there's 2 of them that I encounter all the time and that we're trying to educate people on. The first one is understanding the odds, the different websites, the different apps. Make sure that what you're betting on, it's not that it's confusing, but there's a lot of numbers and things that are there, and it's not as easy as like reading the weather app. There's things as like fantasy contests. There's all different sorts of things. So if you go to like a DraftKings app, make sure you're on the correct app. You're on the Sportsbook app. And then from there, make sure you're in the right tournament. Make sure you're picking the right players. They're very easy to use, but there's a lot of information there. So understand the odds. If something is minus 500 versus plus 500, one is 1 to 5, and the plus 500 is 5-1. And what's the payout versus there? So if it's 1 to 5, right? If I bet of $100, I get $20 when I win. if it's 5-1, I bet $100, I get $500. There's a big difference there. And you want to understand that plus minus difference. And I would say the second biggest thing is once you understand the odds and the websites is to come in with a budget. There's, like I just mentioned in the last answer, there's a lot of things you can bet on in golf. And even if you're doing $5 bets, it's pretty easy to get to 10, 15 bets really quick. You're like, oh, this guy will play good. This guy will play good. Oh, this guy will beat this guy. Oh, this guy will top 20. Next thing you know, you've spent like $35 and you're like, well, really, I only wanted to bet $10 on this tournament.
So I'm really curious when you analyze PGA Tour tournaments every week. So what are the first things you look at? And maybe just take us through the whole entire process you go through to analyze an event each week.
All right, this is a really important question because unlike so many other sports, football's played on the same field, basketball's played, hockey's played on the same rink, basketball the same court. Golf changes every week, and there's a lot of players in the field who can win. So for me, I have this old saying, which is that odds are like sucker pins, which means that like if you just look at the odds board and you're like, oh, look at the odds on that guy, I think he'll win. I think you're kind of missing a major part of the equation and what makes us successful at Read the Line is that I have a background in golf as a PGA professional. I start at the golf course. So when you look at the golf course this week, TPC Twin Cities for the 3M Open, there are some characteristics there. There's 15 holes that have water in play. More than 50% of your shots have a penalty area that you're going to face. You need guys that are going to be not only accurate off the tee, but accurate with their iron game. And I know that sounds obvious, but it's not always the case that, it might be a bomber's paradise and guys can spray the ball a little bit off the tee. That is not this week. We are looking for guys that can really hit the fairway. So what are the characteristics of the golf course from an architecture standpoint? And then what are the characteristics of the golf course from an agronomic standpoint? Like what kind of greens are there? What are the success rate of the players, how they putt on, up where we are today in bent grass versus when they're down on Florida on Bermuda grass? Like certain people, maybe they grew up in an area or they played college golf in a certain region and they're better on certain types of grasses. And that gives you little edges. So we look at the golf course, we look at the grass, and then we look at the historical leaderboards. Who has played well here before? There's such a thing as horses for courses. And we start to design, like, what is the skill set? What are the players? And maybe you come up with a list of like 10 to 15 names. Then we're at like the fourth stage here of this whole equation. And now you're going to go to the data and you're going to look at like the strokes gained and just say, who's playing well in those categories? Who are the best drivers coming in this week, for the 3M? Who are the best iron players? Who's putting well? And then that list of 12 to 15 names gets cut pretty quick down to like 5 or 6. And now you look at the odds board. And that's like my fifth step. You look at the odds board last and you say, oh, who's got some good value this week? Who has a real chance to win, but maybe is up in that 20, 30, 40 to 1, range rather than just trying to bet everybody at 10 to 1, because as we know, the favorites don't always win. Scotty could pull off a miracle today, but most likely he's 6 back with 1 to go. He's not going to win, and he was without a doubt the favorite coming into this week. So there's this opportunity to look a little further down the board for value, but for me, it's golf course, it's grass, it's horses for courses, then maybe a little bit of data, and then it's to the odds board.
Joining us on the VIP Golf Show is Keith Stewart from Read the Line. Now, you mentioned earlier all the different ways that you can bet, whether it's betting on the winner or head-to-head matchups, live betting, different things like that. Where do you think golf bettors can find the best value?
I would say the best value could be found day-to-day in live betting markets going head-to-head. So the more people that you bet against, so say if you're betting a top 20 market, you're betting against the whole field of which this week was over 140 players to find one guy that's going to finish in the top 20. That's a competitive market. If I'm going to try to pick, take the final group today, Jackson Koiven and Emiliano Grillo. Obviously, they're both playing very well. Jackson Koiven has a 3-shot lead. So Jackson Koiven should play somewhat conservatively to try to just maintain his lead. Birdie the par 5s, all of a sudden, there's 3 of those. He's at 23 under. That means Emiliano's got to shoot 6 under just to tie him, which is hard to do. So, like Emiliano has every reason in the world to go aggressively. So these little like pocket markets where you're just betting one guy versus another and head-to-heads, those are probably the best ways, especially live, because you can see who's playing well and maybe who's not playing that well, especially on a Thursday especially on a Friday, because there's going to be set pairings already, and a guy's head-to-head with a guy in his group, and one guy shot 71 and the other guy shot 65. Well, I kind of like the guys the second day who shot the 65. So I think head-to-head markets, individual matchups during the tournament are probably the best way to try to build your bankroll.
One thing I think people underestimate is the bankroll management, which you touched on earlier. So what's your advice for someone who wants to bet on golf to have fun and be entertained without getting carried away?
I think that you use the perfect term there, entertainment. You need to come up with a budget number that still makes it entertainment for you. That it is something that you have a vested interest in and it attracts your attention, but it's not going to keep you from paying your mortgage. So if that's $25 a week, then make $5 bets. If it's $100 a week, that's fine. And if you go in with a budget ahead of time, it's just so much better, because then you start to get way more discretionary in how many bets you're going to make. And then you try to take the best bets that you can, rather than like, I'll bet these 5 guys to top 20. And then I'll bet these 5 guys to top 40. And then I'll bet these 5 head-to-heads. And sometimes if you limit yourself and you know there's a dollar value that you need to keep it beneath, then you're going to be much more pragmatic in the way that you try to analyze each and every bet that you're making. So the budget number, it should be entertainment. And let's say that number's $50 that you want. Remember, this is like a week. So, make sure that plays out over the course of a month or the course of the season. Now, you're going to win some and you're going to lose some, but at the same time, coming in with that budget number is super, super important. And then once you've set that number, keep a little bit to the side. So say it was $50. Maybe you want to do $30 pre-tournament and save $20 for live betting, because once the tournament opens, some of those pre-tournament bets, they're just not going to work out. Golf is a really hard game, and there's a lot of unknowns. Guys can get hit with bad weather. There could be something wrong at the, with the way that they played or their equipment or something that we just might not be aware of. And so it's important to try to save some live dollars, and then you can go to those head-to-head markets, or maybe you could pick a winner on a Sunday with 9 holes to go and go attack that way. So set a precise budget and then save a little bit for live betting.
If our audience wants to consume your content at Read the Line, how can they find it?
I mean, the most fun place to go is YouTube, and you can sub our channel, Read the Line, and you can see all the shows that we put out during the week. We've got a couple that we do. They're tons of fun to watch. They're very educational when it comes to, how to bet on the men and the women that play golf. Read the Line, we cover the LPGA too, which is a ton of fun, and the TGL when they play that over the wintertime. And if not there, if you're more of a reader or editorial person, then go to our website, readtheline.com, subscribe. You can subscribe for free. You can start there, and you're going to get the weekly betting narrative for the men and the women. And I tell you what, when you go read that, there are going to be things that we're going to point out about the golf course and the field that are going to be very, very interesting to the average golf fan that you're just not going to hear about on the Golf Channel, or you're not going to hear about from some of your, generic golf podcasts. And you're going to, the way you engage with the tournament, it's going to get elevated. It's going to be a lot more fun. It's going to become a little bit emotional for you, which is a really cool thing. And you can subscribe and start there for free. You can find our content in Golf Digest, The Athletic, The Sporting News. We're all over the place, and we're even here in Edmonton, which is great.
Awesome. Well, appreciate your time, Keith. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Oh, my goodness. Let's have a great end to the 3M Open. We picked Emiliano Grillo before the tournament started this week, so hoping for a big day from the Argentinian.
All right. Thanks, Keith. Have a good one.
You too.
All right. That was Keith Stewart from Read the Line. On the other side of the break, we're going to chat with Todd Halpin from the Director of Golf from Golf Fanatics and get you some golf tips. Stay with us on the VIP Golf Show on Edmonton Sports Talk.
Time for a new roof? Make it one that lasts. Ardent Roof Systems, protecting homes for over a decade. Roofing, siding, and exteriors, all built to last with our Platinum 50-year warranty. Because at Ardent Roof Systems, we are
crazy about roofs.
Ardent Roof Systems and Exteriors, the team that puts your protection first. Visit ArdentRoofSystems.com.
Why pay more for advertising when you have options? At Lux Media Broker, we're not an agency, we're a brokerage. We work on your behalf to source, negotiate, and manage your marketing across over 100 advertising options nationwide. From out-of-home and transit to radio, digital, TV, and social media, we tap into it all. No retainers, no hidden fees, just better rates, added value, and smarter strategy. Learn about the brokerage difference at luxmediabroker.com. We broker, we negotiate, we optimize. Lux Media Broker. Elevate your marketing.
Trestle Creek Golf Resort, just 45 minutes west of Edmonton, is one of the best RV resorts in Alberta. With a championship golf course, water park, sports park, and spectacular views, you won't want to leave. We're proud to be launching our new Phase 6 development with 103 new lots for pre-sale. This phase will include an in-ground swimming pool. Call 780-514-0005 to view this exciting development and pick your perfect piece of paradise. You can live year-round or just spend the summer. Either way, Trestle Creek has you covered with plenty of year-round activities. Book your tour or tee time at trestlecreek.ca.
Trade in the ordinary for the extraordinary. Let VIP Golf elevate your game. Join VIP Golf and unlock preferred rates at Canada's premier resort courses. From your local favorites to the iconic peaks of Banff and Canmore to our stay and play packages on sun-drenched fairways in the Okanagan Valley. With over 170 courses coast to coast and membership packages that are tailored to fit your golf style, VIP members have more choice, get more value, and experience more unforgettable rounds. With VIP Golf, your next round isn't just a game, it's a getaway. Get your free trial today at VIPGolf.ca.
You work hard to make your house a home. Your yard should match. Green Tree Outdoor Living has designed and built outdoor spaces across Alberta since 1998. It starts with an initial consultation and a 3D design, so you can test drive your yard before you buy it. At Green Tree, we handle everything. No chasing contractors, no guesswork, no surprises. A seamless experience from the initial sketch to the final brick. Green Tree Outdoor Living, making neighbors jealous since '98. Book your consultation today at greentreelandscaping.ca.
Looking for your next great round? Just minutes off the Hendan west of Edmonton, the Links at Spruce Grove is an 18-hole championship course that delivers. Tree-lined fairways, rolling terrain, pristine greens, and just enough challenge to test every skill level. Whether you're chasing a low score or enjoying a relaxed round with friends, this is golf done right. A favorite tournament destination with exceptional conditions and a staff that truly delivers. Plus, modern amenities, a full-service restaurant, and an event space for weddings, anniversaries, or business gatherings. Book your tee time today at linksgolfcourse.com. The Links at Spruce Grove. Your next round starts here.
Why tee off at the Ranch Golf and Country Club?
A fun, unique layout offering premier conditions. The Ranch has been ranked as one of the top public courses in Canada.
Unmatched value. Score Golf Magazine rated the Ranch as the best value in Edmonton.
The service, from tournaments to special events to the pro shop. Superior service that makes every visit exceptional.
The Ranch Golf and Country Club, a laid-back environment where anyone can enjoy an amazing day on the fairways. For details, visit theranchgolf.com.
50 years of memories, 50 years of celebrations, 50 years of Sawmill. This November, Sawmill Prime Ribbon Steakhouse invites you to something bigger than a night out. The 50th Anniversary Fundraising Gala. An elevated evening of incredible food, live entertainment, and a room full of people who know how to celebrate right. But here's what makes it special. You help choose where the impact goes. Every ticket, 100% of proceeds, goes directly to a local charity selected by the guests in the room. Seats are limited. The moment is once in 50 years. Get yours now at sawmill.ca. Sawmill, we have a stake in your community. There's something new happening in Canadian golf. For decades, golfers have been sold clubs that were never truly built for them. Kaysen Golf changes that. Every set built right here in Canada. Precision crafted around 8 core customizations built for your exact swing. The result? More consistency, tighter dispersion, real results. Kaysen Golf, Canadian made, custom fit for your game.
The Nielsen Show.
You know, on airplanes, WestJet lately, in the little snack box they give you, a little chocolate in there. It's called Awake. Have you seen this Awake chocolate? And it comes with caffeine in it. So I've been taking those and pretending it's like a real kick. Yeah. I was just like, oh, here we go.
Under the tongue and away we go.
Yeah, I turn around to the rest of the plane. I say, it's about to go down. And I open up and I eat this Awake chocolate. Hey, Dusty, yelling it's about to go down on a plane is probably not a good thing. That's a good point.
The Nielsen Show featuring Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings at 6, only on Edmonton Sports Talk.
We return to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Arden Roof Systems, with your host, Murray McCourt, only on your clear choice for sports, Edmonton Sports Talk.
Welcome back to the VIP Golf Show presented by Ardent Roof Systems right here in the Modern Measure studio on Edmonton Sports Talk. My name is Murray McCourt, and this segment is brought to you by the PGA of Alberta. Looking to shed strokes this summer, the PGA of Canada professionals in Alberta know their stuff. From equipment and technology to technique, they're your most trusted resource for getting more out of the game you love. Visit pgaofalberta.com to get to know your local pro today. And one of those local pros is joining us right now, Director of Golf at Golf Fanatics in Calgary, Todd Halpin. Good morning, Todd. How are you today?
I'm doing great, thank you. We're hosting a long drive competition today, so it's a busy place.
Wow. Any big names?
It's the Amateur Long Drive Association, so I'm just kind of learning a little bit more about it myself.
Alrighty. Well, Todd, you've coached golfers of every skill level. When a new student comes to you, what's the very first thing you're looking for before you even start talking about their swing?
It sounds a bit cliche, but I would just say a growth mindset. They need to be open-minded to recognizing that some of the things they're doing aren't really contributing to good scores. So, golf is a complex game, so there's all different areas that you can touch on. I try to get to the swing last. But yeah, usually just someone who is really keen and, willing to make some mistakes and willing to kind of admit their faults.
Well, if you could fix one thing that would help the average golfer lower their scores, like outside of their swing, what would that be?
Well, I guess it would be swing, but it's the grip. I think that there's so many people that just have the incorrect position of the top hand especially. And if the heel pad of your top hand isn't in a place to create leverage on the handle, everything after that just sort of goes by the wayside. So that's one of the first things I spot. And it's actually surprisingly an easy fix if it's done correctly.
Well, Todd, you were an early trailblazer in the social media world when it comes to golf. And, there is so much instruction on YouTube and social media today. What's your advice for golfers trying to improve without becoming overwhelmed by all the different swing tips that they're seeing everywhere on social media?
I think that when you look at the YouTube stuff and Instagram and social, there's a lot of good stuff out there. I would just encourage people to learn from it and learn more about the swing. It doesn't necessarily mean it has to be applied to your swing. And I think a good analogy would be if you were to watch, how to change the oil in a car, you'd get the basics, but your car is different. So your oil filter might be in a different place. It's going to be a different size wrench, but the concept is there. It just needs to be sort of modified for your existing movement patterns, your existing club head speed, and, a myriad of other things. So it's just more like learning about the golf swing. And then you do that enough and you can start to kind of pare down what might be applied to you.
Well, I'm sure you see this at Golf Fanatics all the time, when golfers just head down to the range, they buy a couple large bucket of balls and just pound them for an hour, which obviously makes no sense. But if you were to outline what an effective 1 hour practice session would look like, what would you say?
Well, one of my favorites is I just call it the power of three. So whatever the task is, if you're trying to hit 100 yards or 120, whatever the yardage is, start with that task. So it's not necessarily hitting a 7-iron, it's hitting a yardage and a direction. And then you give yourself 3 chances at it. So the first 2, you're kind of feeling out, what was good, what was bad, what kind of contributed to that. And then the third one is the money ball. I think that transfers over nicely to the golf course because those 2 swings can kind of become your 2 visualizations, your 2 practice swings, and then your actual shot becomes that third, that money ball. I think it takes about 1 minute for those 3 shots. You kind of make the plan and then 20 seconds per shot, and then you finish off with that third one, and then you got to switch. You got to try something different.
Well, Todd, you were a great player, and with that, I want to talk about the mental side of the game a little bit. So, like, how much of playing better golf comes down to course management and decision making compared to simply making better golf swings?
Well, they do kind of go hand in hand. I've been guilty of playing too aggressive, and that taxes your golf swing quite a bit, especially coming into pins. So when you are, more cautious, or maybe not cautious, but when you're more conservative going into the greens and playing to avoid a double bogey, getting the ball in play on the green as opposed to trying to fire at pins, it takes a lot of stress off your swing. When you have that plan, you're able to perform your swing better. So it's a little bit of both.
What's the biggest misconception golfers have about improving? Like, is there something that maybe people spend far too much time on and something that they need to put more effort into?
You're absolutely right. The thing that drives me crazy is that everybody wants to be consistent. And that's just not how golf is. You've got 14 different golf clubs. You swing at a whole bunch of different speeds. You're playing on different slopes all the time. You're in the rain, you're in the sun, you're in the wind. It's absolutely dynamic. There's variability and adaptability. So if you catch yourself saying the words, I just want to be more consistent, that's just plain wrong.
Todd, I want you to brag about your facility and the team that you have there at Golf Fanatics a little bit. So tell people what Golf Fanatics is. And you were a Teacher of the Year in Alberta. You have other members of your staff that have won awards. I mean, you just built a great team there at a great facility. So why don't you give us some information about it and what you guys offer there?
Yeah, thank you. Happy to. Yeah, Golf Fanatics. We're a double-decker top tracer driving range. We actually just built a new range on the east side called the River Range. We've got a mini golf, we've got a 9-hole par 3, and a private academy at the opposite side of the driving range with 2 grass tee decks, chipping green, putting green. And it's an unbelievable place to be. A couple of years ago, we were doing 10 or 12 corporate events a year, and now we're doing over 100. So it's just a place where any level of golfer can come and enjoy, and you can hang out for a couple hours here, and the price point is very low compared. So we're noticing all kinds of golfers, private club members, brand new golfers are just getting out to enjoy the game.
And how about your team there?
Yeah, we're very lucky. We've got an ownership group that has some of the big names in the golf industry: Ken Arkley, Dean Walker, Bill Murchison. They're part of the ownership group. And then my team: Greg Johnson, Matt Seifert, Rhonda Carter, Kendra Jones-Monk. All award winners. And as far as I know, we got to be one of the biggest academies in Canada for the amount of junior camps and clinics and adult classes we do. It's pretty remarkable. So it's, it's cliche again, but you say you got to build a great team around you. And I didn't really think that way for the first 10 years. I was just really in my own lane teaching. And then as I started to elevate my career and kind of looking a little forward, now that I'm 43, it's like, okay, I'm going to be 50 in 7 years. Oh my God, what am I going to do with my life? And to step back a little bit, you got to build a team. So I'm very fortunate that I have that ability now to just be the director of golf and just kind of keep tabs on everything and make sure the machine is churning.
You mentioned you did over 100 events at your facility. What does that look like?
So we've noticed that there's a lot of companies that maybe don't have enough people for 80 to go out and get a full shotgun somewhere. Maybe they got 22 people, and maybe not all of them golf. So you can get up in our Sky Suites for fairly low cost relative. And one of the big perks that I'm noticing is that everybody gets to socialize. Whereas, a 6-hour scramble round, you're kind of stuck with the group that you got paired with for that entire time. And then everybody else in the tournament, you have to basically mingle at dinner. So that plus the proximity to downtown Calgary, you're about 14 minutes from downtown. And, you can really do a corporate event from 3 o'clock till 5 o'clock, and people are in, they socialize, have a bite to eat, hit some balls, play the top tracer, and then they're back home.
Let's finish up with a little rapid fire here. Give me your best tip for a 25 handicapper.
Best tip for a 25 handicapper, get your clubs fit.
Best tip for a 15 handicapper.
Hold your finish every single time, no matter what.
Best tip for a 5 handicapper.
Learn how to read greens more effectively and start learning about course management with something like Decade Golf.
Oh, I love that one. How about putting? Best tip for putting.
Oh, man. Definitely just pick your start line and no peeking.
All right, last one. Chipping, the ones that people scull back and forth across the greens all the time.
I think the most effective one that I've been using the last couple of years comes from Joseph Mayo, and it's just about getting taller in the finish position. You're actually kind of standing up, which is fairly counterintuitive, but when we keep our heads down too much, we bury that leading edge into the turf, and we need that handle ascending through impact.
If people would like to get more information on Golf Fanatics or get lessons from yourself or your great team you have there, how can they do that?
Best way to find us is on our website, golffanatics.ca, and of course you can find us on the socials at the same handle.
All right. Well, appreciate your time and all your valuable information, Todd. You're a great teacher, so glad to hear everything's going well for you.
Awesome. Thanks very much. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
All right. That was Todd Helpin from Golf Fanatics. On the other side of the break, we're going around YG and head back to my old stomping grounds where I was an assistant pro when I first got in the business, Wolf Creek Golf Resort with Jim Boomer. Stay with us on the VIP Golf Show on Edmonton Sports Talk.
You work hard to make your house a home. Your yard should match. Green Tree Outdoor Living has designed and built outdoor spaces across Alberta since 1998. It starts with an initial consultation and a 3D design, so you can test drive your yard before you buy it. At Green Tree, we handle everything. No chasing contractors, no guesswork, no surprises. A seamless experience from the initial sketch to the final brick. Green Tree Outdoor Living, making neighbors jealous since '98. Book your consultation today at greentreelandscaping.ca.
Your logo matters. So if you're gonna put it onto something, it's gonna be tough enough to be useful. Tough Stuff Promotions works as hard as you do to create personalized swag that's tough enough for your hard-working name. Whether it's promotional items, branded clothing, industrial workwear, golf, or athletics, Tough Stuff works hard for hard-working folks. Get the tough stuff you need when you need it. For easy ordering, call 780-470-4545 or visit toughstuffpromotions.com.
Enjoy a round of golf on two of Canada's top public courses at Wolf Creek, designed by renowned architect Rod Whitman. If you haven't been to Wolf Creek recently, now's the time to check out the best course conditions in years. Enjoy a pure links golf experience and great course conditions. After your game, relax at Barney's Lounge with great food, drinks, and patio views. It's a destination getaway only a short drive away in Ponoka. Visit wolfcreekgolf.com to learn more. Accelerate business connections at an executive level with Corporate Connections. We connect leaders around the world and empower them to create opportunities and meaningful change in their organizations, communities, and lives. Join a trusted network of top CEOs and industry pioneers. Share challenges, gain insights, and benefit from peer-to-peer experience sharing. Together, we elevate leadership, build personal and professional growth while expanding influence, and together building a brighter future. Corporate Connections is your gateway to transformative connections. Visit us at corporatecommunications.com, where leaders connect.
Crazy about roofs. Crazy about roofs.
Get ready to tee off for a great cause. The Ardent Roof Systems annual Charity Classic Golf Tournament is happening Friday, July 10th at the Ranch Golf and Country Club. Join us for a full day of golf, all supporting the Stollery Children's Hospital Foundation Childlike Program.
Crazy about roofs.
Golf spots and sponsorship opportunities are available now at ardentroofsystems.com.
Most guys chase more. More clothes, more noise, more nothing. Steady does the opposite. Twice a year, just 5 to 7 pieces. Precision built for men who move with discipline, who value quality, who don't waste time guessing what to wear. This isn't fashion. This is international. Limited. Elevated. Drop 1 goes on sale August 1st. And delivers in December. And when it's gone, it's gone. If you're not on the founding list, you're already behind. Go to steadyformen.ca. Get in, get ready, steady. Essential good for men.
Customize clubs based on size, speed, and ability. From tour pro to the casual golfer, everyone can benefit from clubs that are custom fit for their game. Featuring the most extensive range of custom club components from driver through to putter, TaylorMade Performance Centers offer one-on-one tour-level fittings and TrackMan launch monitor technology. Visit the TaylorMade Performance Center at the Ranch Golf and Country Club to take your golf game to the next level and dial in your equipment. For more details and to book your fitting, visit TaylorMadeFitting.ca.
Immerse yourself in a world where golf intertwines with the historic valor of the Canadian Armed Forces. At the Edmonton Garrison Memorial Golf Club, every round connects you with the courageous stories of our military's past. With fairways set against genuine combat equipment and historic monuments, your game becomes a meaningful link to the legacy of those who've served. And make sure to aim carefully to avoid a memorable shot off a tank. Get your membership and celebrate the challenge of golf and the honor of our armed forces. Visit egmgolf.com for more.
There's something new happening in Canadian golf. For decades, golfers have been sold clubs that were never truly built for them. Case Golf changes that. Every set built right here in Canada. Precision crafted around 8 core customizations built for your exact swing. The result? More consistency, tighter dispersion, real results. Case Golf, Canadian made, custom fit for your game.
From the fairways of Edmonton to the greens of the BC Rockies, you'll never miss a course with VIP Golf. VIP Golf members enjoy preferred rates at over 70 top courses in Alberta and BC. They play 7 days a week and average 40 to 60% off regular rates with no payments due at the course. Just book with VIP Golf, show your ID, then grip it and rip it. With so many courses under one umbrella, it's no wonder they're the membership of choice for so many Albertans. To learn more, visit their website today at VIPgolf.ca.
We return to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Arden Roof Systems, with your host, Murray McCourt, only on your clear choice for sports, Edmonton Sports Talk.
Welcome back to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Ardent Roof Systems here on Edmonton Sports Talk. My name is Murray McCourt, and this segment brought to you by the Twin Willows Golf Club, part of Edmonton's golf community since 1965. Visit us at twinwillowsgolf.com. And a reminder, our engagement question this week, chime in 780-218-9999. Would you rather play Augusta National once or get a lifetime membership at your home course? Text us in 780-218-9999. Let us know your thoughts on that. And one listener who does will go in a draw at the end of the year for a foursome at the ranch with food and beverages all day taken care of on my promo account. So chime in on that question. And excited now to be joined by executive professional at the Wolf Creek Golf Resort, my old stomping grounds, Jim Boomer. Good morning, Jim. How are you?
Oh, real good. Thank you.
Well, good to see you, Jim. As always, let's start with the big news. And I was excited to hear this for you guys. Golf North, who owns Wolf Creek, and since they've taken over, you guys have done great things at the Wolf, recently acquired Kananaskis Ranch. What does this addition mean for Golf North, and how exciting is it to see the company continue to invest in golf in Alberta?
Well, first of all, to have a few sister clubs happening in Alberta is really, it's just been really good for, I think, everybody. The new clubs feel that way. Golf North's got a very interesting way of doing business, and it just seems like it's all been very positive so far. Obviously, taking on other golf courses in midstream is never easy, but at the same time, I sense a real positiveness about everything that's going on. I mean, when you have other courses, especially courses that maybe could use a little help in the promotion area, Golf North's marketing abilities off the chart. I think these places will really benefit a lot from the fact that we all work together.
Well, tell us about Kananaskis Ranch and maybe what the plans are that Golf North is going to have for it moving forward.
Well, I just think that obviously that location, they could probably plan on being very busy. The price is quite a bit better than what would be the big courses. It's certainly not one of the big courses, but obviously a very nice golf course, and that feel of being in the mountains is right there. So it's a really enjoyable golf course. I got to play most of the holes on it the one day there, so it's just that mountain feel is not comparable to much else. So I really think that they've got something there that they could just do so much with. There's possibilities for all kinds of play and stay. They're only 20 minutes out of Canmore, and the price is right. We know how busy the Canmore Golf and Country Club is. So there's definitely a lot of people who aren't necessarily going to pay the resort type prices, and we think this is a really good plus for golf in Alberta.
Well, and you were gracious enough to set my wife and son up to play there tomorrow, so I'll get a good scouting report on it to talk about it on the show for next week as well, Jim.
Yes, you will.
Well, Wolf Creek obviously has built a reputation as one of the premier 36-hole facilities in Canada. For someone who hasn't experienced it yet, and I don't know who hasn't, but what makes Wolf Creek such a special place to play?
Well, I think that initially just to be able to say Rod Whitman's name as the architect on both courses, I think when people come here, they expect to see something special in the area of, just the quality of the golf course. Now that our conditions are back, I think we both know that once people see it once, they're going to want to see it more than once. The amazing thing to me is to wake up on a day like this and see more people booked to play the links course than the old course, which I guess is a sign of the times. The links course is in every bit as good a shape as the old, but you can hit the driver over there. The greens are bigger. As we know, the one course was finished in 84, the old course. The other course was finished in 09. So those are two different eras for how people hit the golf ball. And you can sure see the young people love that links every bit as much as the old course.
Well, you mentioned the outstanding conditions you have there, and I think a lot of people know that before Golf North took over, the conditions at Wolf Creek were not great, and you guys have done so much work in getting it back, but I still think you battle that narrative a little bit. And so speak to that about the conditions of the golf course and how it's coming through and what people can expect when they play there.
Well, I think the work part is definitely realizing that you lost people one at a time, and you'll definitely get them back one at a time. As the different conversations we have, it's interesting, various people even from Calgary are, they're realizing that it's good enough to be worth a 2-hour drive. So we're really seeing a lot of people, but they do come with a certain amount of reluctance, wondering what's changed, and they don't have to even be on site very long to see how much everything has changed as far as conditioning and just overall presentation of the place. I think that we've done some really good things with the campground. I think it's definitely been upgraded also. It seems as though with Golf North's guidance, we've definitely put the money in the right places because people are seeing the difference, and we expect to see that moving forward.
Joining us on the VIP Golf Show is Jim Boomer, executive professional at the Wolf Creek Golf Resort. And Jim, one of the nice things about having 36 holes is your ability to host major championships while still welcoming your daily fee play out there. And the Alberta Golf Association Mid-Amateur just wrapped up last week. First Nations Senior Cup is taking place this year. What does it mean to host events like these? And is there still opportunity for golfers to book a tee time when things like this are going on there?
Well, there definitely is. Our plan, of course, is to always keep one course available, even if we are hosting an event. So it's pretty rare that you can't get on. In both the cases of the Mid-Am, which is on the old course, and the First Nations Senior Cup coming up this week is definitely only one golf course tied up. So it's a nice luxury to have when people who sometimes on short notice even can still get on. I think that's a big plus that people need to know, that they can probably get on pretty much anytime. I'd say that's 99.9% sure.
Probably the most iconic hole out there is number 4 at the old course, the Island Green, or three-sided Island Green, I guess, and whatnot. Such a beautiful hole down in the trees, and you guys did a renovation on that hole. So tell us about the changes that were made and what golfers will notice next time they play it.
Well, I think you'll see the what was the tie wall around has now been worked on, and it's quite an upgrade. I mean, the retaining wall work that's been done there, I think at some point maybe there needs to be some kind of a major renovation. At this stage, the job that was done for now is really something special. When you come and have a look at the hole and you see the finished product of the way the retaining wall is set up, the way the conditions of the golf hole are now, it's very much a real pleasure to play. I don't see very much wrong with the renovation that was done, and a lot of that work was done by Mike Stewart, our super, in-house. So we're pretty proud of the way that hole has turned out, because it's kind of the calling card for a lot. Even looking out at the hole from the clubhouse, it makes you want to play golf at Wolf Creek.
Yeah, Mike Stewart's still kicking around there. I worked with him there. I can't remember what years I worked at Wolf Creek, but like a long time ago. And so he's been there a long time. Great guy, hey?
He's been a big plus, I'll tell you.
Yeah, well, that fourth hole, like I from back in my day, you'll remember this because you've been around longer than me. But that old tee box, old black tee box on number 4, back in the trees, like it's still, you can still kind of take newer players there when you go play. And here, come, let me show you where the tee box used to be on this hole, and it's such a fun thing to take people in there, and they're like, "What? This was the tee box?" But that was it's great now. But boy, was that ever a wild hole, hey?
Well, in competition, especially, because we remember going back there, and a lot of times you reloaded, you didn't know for sure what you had. You prayed you could get out of the hole with some kind of a decent score, and many times didn't. But the hole became pretty famous, didn't it?
Yeah, it sure did. I worked there, as you know, back when the Alberta Open was happening, and boy, the scores that would happen on that hole and 9 were pretty crazy sometimes. I really like what you're doing with your new Forward Tee program. Golf should be fun for golfers of all ages and ability. And tell us about the philosophy behind the program and how it's helping higher handicappers enjoy the game more when they play the Wolf.
Yeah, well, we've really noticed a number of people who are, we'll say higher than a 24 handicapper, enjoying the golf course. It's not just a good golfer's golf course and our belief is if it's set up properly. So the Forward Tee idea very much feeds to the fact that you've got a lot of people who aren't necessarily going to be going out on any tour anytime soon, but they really, with a tee program where you can move up, even if it's 20, 30 yards on a lot of holes, makes a big difference to level of enjoyment. We also know the Wolf's got some forced carries, and some of those have, there's a need for those forced carries to be considered when you set up your forward tee. So I think we're on a good track there to make some of these holes just as enjoyable for the higher handicap as the lower handicap.
I'm curious, besides 4 on the old course, do you have another favorite hole or two out there that just really suits your eye the best?
Well, of all the holes, I think maybe 11 and maybe 12 a close second on the old course. Having seen some of the situations on the links, there's really some excellent golf holes there. 16 on the links course is as good a golf hole as I don't know of any other hole that probably shows more sides to it than that 16th on the links. So there's definitely some really good holes. Both 18th holes on both courses are both outstanding holes also. That would be probably my rundown of my favorites.
Now, I mentioned number 9, and number 9 from the back tees in the wind at the Wolf. Like, oh my goodness. And a couple of quick stories. I remember Jack K. Jr., who that year I had him in the Wolf Creek staff pool to win. He makes 14 on number 9, bounces right back on number 10 with a birdie, but obviously the 14 shot him right out of the tournament. And that same tournament, Carlos Espinoza was winning, playing that hole in the final round. I think he had a 2 or 3 shot lead. He made a 14 on the hole and obviously shot himself out of the tournament. He was in the trees on the right. He ended up purposely hitting it backwards into the creek so he could take a drop on the other side of the creek and try to get himself out of those trees. And one quick one, the next tournament after Wolf Creek was at Fort McMurray, and this guy made a 16 on number 9. He didn't even go to number 10. He just went and put his clubs in his trunk, slammed his trunk, and drove to Fort McMurray to get ready for the next event. Like, that hole for me has so many great memories and it's such a special hole.
You could write a book on that one hole alone, couldn't you? Just
absolutely.
Amazing stories. Yeah. How difficult and how much the wrong situation, wrong time, under pressure. Boy, that hole comes up a lot of times in conversation.
Yeah, you bet. Well, for golfers looking to make a getaway to the Wolf and enjoy one of the great places to play in Alberta, how can they get a trip booked there and get a tee time?
Just give us a call, 403-783-6050. Also, Golf North's properties website, that'll take you right to the Wolf Creek site. And with Tee-On scoring system, we can look after you pretty much any time of day.
Just one quick one. Did you when you mentioned Golf North owning multiple courses in Alberta, is there more than just the Wolf and Kananaskis Ranch?
Well, at the moment, there's the Wolf, Kananaskis Ranch, and Paradise Valley in Medicine Hat, which is a par 3, 18-hole par 3 course in the coulee there. It's a really nice little place, but that's the third one. And there's some new, I guess I can't really say, but I know there's several about to be announced. So I know the golf atmosphere in Alberta is going to change quite a bit over the next little while. So this isn't the end of their acquiring golf courses.
I'm sure it's not. All right. Well, thanks so much for your time, Jim. Always appreciate it. Love the Wolf, as you know, and your support of the show. So have yourself a great Sunday, Jim.
Thank you, Murray. Thanks for everything. Bye-bye.
All right. That was Jim Boomer from the Wolf Creek Golf Resort. On the other side of the break, it's the open segment where you'll get the Junior Golf Report, my rant of the week, and much more. Stay with us on the VIP Golf Show on Edmonton Sports Talk.
Escape the ordinary and experience golfing paradise at Coal Creek Golf Resort. Immerse yourself in our exceptional layout and enjoy excellent conditions that will take your game to the next level. Challenge yourself with a unique twist. Tackle the only black sand traps in all of Alberta. And why not extend your stay? Relax in one of our spacious RV lots, offering the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. Visit coalcreek.ca now to book your tee time and plan your unforgettable getaway at Coal Creek Golf Resort. Your perfect golfing escape awaits.
Think golf season ends when the snow falls? Think again. With the Golf Canada app, Alberta golfers can now take their game indoors. Track your simulator practice sessions, including time, focus, and location, all in one place. You can even log your indoor rounds, from the course you played to your final score, giving you a complete picture of your progress all off-season long. It won't impact your handicap, but it will elevate your game. Keep improving all year round. Visit albertagolf.org and click Find an Off-Course Facility to get started.
Trestle Creek Golf Resort, just 45 minutes west of Edmonton, is one of the best RV resorts in Alberta. With a championship golf course, water park, sports park, and spectacular views, you won't want to leave. We're proud to be launching our new Phase 6 development with 103 new lots for pre-sale. This phase will include an in-ground swimming pool. Call 780-514-0005 to view this exciting development and pick your perfect piece of paradise. You can live year-round or just spend the summer. Either way, Trestle Creek has you covered with plenty of year-round activities. Book your tour or tee time at trestlecreek.ca.
Trade in the ordinary for the extraordinary. Let VIP Golf elevate your game. Join VIP Golf and unlock preferred rates at Canada's premier resort courses. From your local favorites to the iconic peaks of Banff and Canmore to our stay and play packages on sun-drenched fairways in the Okanagan Valley. With over 170 courses coast to coast and membership packages that are tailored to fit your golf style, VIP members have more choice, get more value, and experience more unforgettable rounds. With VIP Golf, your next round isn't just a game, it's a getaway. Get your free trial today at VIPGolf.ca.
The Nielsen Show.
You know, on airplanes, WestJet lately, in the little snack box they give you, a little chocolate in there. It's called Awake. Have you seen this Awake chocolate? And it comes with caffeine in it. So I've been taking those and pretending it's like a real kick. Yeah. I was just like, oh, here we go.
Under the tongue and away we go.
Yeah, I turn around to the rest of the plane. I say, it's about to go down. And I open up and I eat this Awake chocolate. Hey, Dusty, yelling, it's about to go down on a plane. It's probably not a good thing. That's a good point.
The Nielsen Show featuring Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings at 6, only on Edmonton Sports Talk.
Upgrade your game this season. Soro Group, Canadian owned and operated, delivers premium golf brands like Bedrati, Fairway and Green, Legendary Headwear, and Zero Restriction. Trusted by the best, built for your best rounds. Bedrati and Zero Restriction will be outfitting both President's Cup teams at Medina this fall, so you know you're wearing what the pros wear. Ask your local pro shop or shop online with code Edmonton10 for 10% off to try out our premium apparel. Soro Group, elevate your game.
There's something new happening in Canadian golf. For decades, golfers have been sold clubs that were never truly built for them. Kaysen Golf changes that. Every set built right here in Canada. Precision crafted around 8 core customizations built for your exact swing. The result? More consistency, tighter dispersion, real results. Case Golf, Canadian made, custom fit for your game.
Grab your clubs and tee up for the ultimate summer of golf with Country Club Tour. Get access to 7 premier 18-hole courses plus indoor facilities. It doesn't matter if you're a seasoned pro or just starting out. Country Club Tour has a course for every level of golfer. Get the most out of this golf season at great courses like Goose Hummock, Redtail Landing, Sandpiper, River Ridge, Raven Crest, Whitetail Crossing, or Montgomery Glen. Make the most out of this golf season at countryclubtour.com.
Why pay more for advertising when you have options? At Lux Media Broker, we're not an agency, we're a brokerage. We work on your behalf to source, negotiate, and manage your marketing across over 100 advertising options nationwide. From out-of-home and transit to radio, digital, TV, and social media, we tap into it all. No retainers, no hidden fees, just better rates, added value, and smarter strategy. Learn about the brokerage difference at luxmediabroker.com. We broker, we negotiate, we optimize. Lux Media Broker. Elevate your marketing.
You work hard to make your house a home. Your yard should match. Green Tree Outdoor Living has designed and built outdoor spaces across Alberta since 1998. It starts with an initial consultation and a 3D design, so you can test drive your yard before you buy it. At Green Tree, we handle everything. No chasing contractors, no guesswork, no surprises. A seamless experience from the initial sketch to the final brick. Green Tree Outdoor Living, making neighbors jealous since '98. Book your consultation today at greentreelandscaping.ca.
We return to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Arden Roof Systems, with your host, Murray McCourt, only on your clear choice for sports, Edmonton Sports Talk.
Welcome to the VIP Golf Show presented by Ardent Roof Systems here in the Modern Measure studio on Edmonton Sports Talk. My name is Murray McCourt, and this segment is brought to you by Corporate Connections. Are you a business leader looking to connect with other business leaders to create and accelerate business opportunities, experience the extraordinary, make smarter decisions faster, and ultimately grow your business? If so, Corporate Connections is where you want to be. Email Executive Director Pat Stride at pstride@corporateconnections.com. And it is now time for the Junior Golf Report with Dunk Mills, brought to you by the Lorenz Realty Group. Most homes don't sell for less. They are just marketed wrong. See how at lorenzteam.com. And good morning, Dunk. How are you doing today?
Very well, thanks, Murray. I hope you can see me okay. I used the different link that you sent me. I don't see myself on your screen. Are we okay?
Oh, you're okay.
All right.
We're looking good as always.
All right. Well, listen, we had an awfully busy week in the McLaren Ross Junior Tour this week, so let's get at it. I've got some highlights here of some good results from some local kids. Ols was Monday. They had a new format for the tour, two-man best ball, or better ball, grammatically correct, but two fellows from Trestle, playing out of Trestle Creek, Jared Andrews and Wyatt McDonald were tops there. They had a net better ball of 2 under 70, so congratulations to them. Tour went north to Grand Prairie Tuesday and Wednesday, 36-hole event up there. One really outstanding result in the junior boys, a youngster by the name of Tyson Morton, back-to-back 3 under 69s at GP, pretty outstanding play. And I don't have a home club for this young man. I apologize for that, but great result, Tyson, the same. Wednesday, Montgomery Glen in Wetaskiwin and Johnny Wilson's layout. And, you know, Montgomery Glen always led the tour in two things, Murray. One, the meal. They did it. Johnny just refused to put on hamburgers and fries for these kids. It was always pasta and brisket and fried chicken and salad bars. And it was an unbelievable meal for the kids, and they loved it. And they've got the coolest trophy. They've got like a bigger version of the claret jug, this beautiful old pewter trophy that's been presented since the early 50s, like been around a long time. So good for them. Nice traditions. Junior boys, U15, a young fellow by the name of Crew Gervais fired an even par 72. Jaden Shigehiro won the boys U17. Jaden plays out of Broadmoor. He was 3 over 75, so good for him. And Rachel Adamus from the Derrick was tops in the junior girls with an 80. Innisfail, Thursday. Quick shout out to Nicole Rohr from Camrose. Nicole's in her last year of junior. I've seen this youngster since she was maybe 10 on the tour, grew up. She was top junior girl in Innisfail. And in the boys, that's a tough course, as you know. The scores are never very low in Innisfail, but Isaac Bowles was tops in the boys U19 with a 76. And we had a tie. A young guy from Manville, Emerson McLaughlin, was tied for first in the boys U17s with 75. And the U15s, Edwin Park from Red Deer and Jaden Quinlan also had 75. So good scores in Innisfail. Busy week this week coming up as well. The Canmore is tomorrow. Always was, I got to admit, my favorite stop on the tour, right in the middle of the season. Yeah. What's not to like at Darren Cook's layout there? He and Rick Eichel always put on a great tournament for the kids. I looked at the website this morning. Their wait list is longer than the entry list.
Oh, my goodness.
But they could have had 300 kids probably that would want to play there in Canmore. And Carstairs coming up on Wednesday. Also, there's a big junior tournament going on at La Costa this week, the Boys Junior America's Cup in San Diego at La Costa. And one of our local kids, Harrison Kiziak from Belvedere. Harrison is on that team. So I'll look for some results from the Junior America's Cup next week. But a quick recognition for Harrison. He had qualified. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago. Harrison had qualified for the Boys U.S. Junior, which was held this week in Pennsylvania. It ended yesterday. Harrison missed the playoff. They have like 312 kids from like all over the world on 2 courses for 2 days, and they narrow it down to 64 boys for match play. Plus 5 got into a 14-for-2 playoff.
Including Harrison Charlie Woods in that playoff.
Was he?
Yeah, Charlie Woods was in that playoff. Yeah, he didn't.
Did you see the Facebook clip of the one kid? He was in the middle of the fairway on his 18th hole, 136 yards, and he had to hole it to get into that playoff. Doink.
Oh, wow. Impressive
he
stuff.
It from 136 to get in the playoff. I didn't realize Woods kid was in there, but congratulations to Harrison. That's an outstanding result because those are some awful good junior players from around the world. So good for him.
Awesome. Well, appreciate your time. Look forward to catching up with you again next week, Dunk.
No problem, Murray. Thanks for having me. We'll have more results next week.
All right. Sounds good. Have a good one. Have a good week, Dunk.
You bet.
All right. That was Dunk Mills with a junior golf report. A few other tidbits. PGA of Alberta. Next event is July 29th, the Players Tour event at Trestle Creek. Alberta Golf Association, the Alberta Mid-Am was at Wolf Creek this week. We mentioned that earlier when we had Jim Boomer on the show. The winner by 10 shots was Alex Large, shooting -9 for the tournament from the Canmore Golf Club. Best local tied for third, Ryan Dendraber, a 2-over from the Glendale Golf Club, but winning by 10. Wolf Creek, that is a great tournament for him. The Edmonton Golf Association had the Edmonton Ladies Amateur at the Cardiff Golf Club. The winner was Kylie Bokenfour, +2 was her scorer from the Glendale. She won by 7 shots. And the senior ladies, Connie Evans from the Petroleum Club shot +3 to win that. And the super seniors, I'm not sure exactly what happened. I know this was shortened by rain. It's Cheryl Inkpen and Candace Wilkins. Cheryl Inkpen from Glendale and Candace Wilkins from Broadmoor. It shows them tied at +9. I don't know if they got a playoff in or if they shared that title, but great scores at that event as well. Now, the engagement question of the week, the text line, I think maybe with the nasty bash last night, a few people are still sleeping in, and the text line's been a little quiet, but we'll bring Maddie into this one first. Maddie, play Augusta once or get a membership for the rest of your life at your local course. What are you picking?
It's with all due respect to Edmonton and all the courses in town. I don't know how, well, you are very fortunate enough to have been there. How much did you want to just go play that?
Oh man.
There's just something else about, and it's the exclusivity too of it, knowing how many people in this world want to play that.
Yeah.
And if you get to be one of those people, how wonderful would that be?
Well, that's fair. But think all the money you could save if you got a free membership the rest of your life.
Memories are priceless though, Murray. And the memory of Augusta is worth all of that money I would spend on Edmonton golf.
Okay.
Combine all that together. If I was able to golf Augusta once, it's worth it. Because even talking to people that have golfed at Cam Cole, who used to be a writer in town, he golfed it 3 times. James Duffy, I think, has golfed it once. They just speak so glowingly of golfing that course and being there. And even just like let's say hole 12.
Okay.
You can't get to that green even as just a spectator of the Masters, right?
Yeah, you're in the stands.
You're in the There's even a couple spots there that people just, even if you get to go through the gates to watch it, you don't even get to go to those certain spots.
Yeah.
So to be able to go do those things, I get there's some amazing courses in town, and you're right, the money you're saving would be unbelievable, but the memories of the 18 holes at Augusta, I think that's just worth every cent I would have saved.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. Now, obviously, most listeners would know that I was at the Masters last year when Rory won, and yeah, such special moments, special memories being there. I remember just walking and getting to Amen Corner the first time, and me and Derek Senko, our superintendent, who I brought with me, and we just stood there in awe. Like, oh my God, we are standing at the most hallowed grounds in golf in the world right now. And you just soaked it in and took it in, and so special. But you're right. Like, to be able to play Augusta National, oh my God, especially being there and seeing it. Oh.
I keep dropping the ball every year for us to go get our media credentials, so we can go to be at the Masters and then enter the media draw. So that we could because that's the crazy part about who you and I are, Murray, that unfortunately not everyone else gets. But we're in the media, which means all we have to do is get approved for a media pass.
Yeah.
And we are close to golfing it. That's the crazy part, that they do a draw at the end of every Masters. And media members get to go golfing on the Monday. That you and I we just got to enter that, get our media pass.
Well, all right. I'm going to get on that then, because I definitely would like to go back and get that. If I got to play there, it'd be the best moment of my life, outside of marrying my wife and having my son. But my goodness gracious. Well, for my golf this week was a whole lot of nothing, because as soon as the show was over last week, I headed to the airport with my family and off to San Diego, Los Angeles. So what did I do? I got to drive by La Costa, which is hosting that big junior tournament today. We drove by Torrey Pines, where I got to play a lot when I lived down there. And we actually went and visited where my school used to be, that was on a 27-hole golf course that I played all the time. We didn't play any golf when we were down there, but we visited a few golf courses, but no golf. So I might be a little rusty, because right after this show, my family and I are doing a little management retreat for myself, our superintendent, head pro, and events and clubhouse manager at the ranch. We're heading to Kananaskis with our families for a couple of days. We're going to play Lorette tomorrow, Kidd on Tuesday. They're back open on all 36 after the flooding that they have. So really looking forward to getting to Kananaskis. It is my favorite place to play golf in Alberta. Now, what I did have for golf yesterday is I was a caddy again yesterday. My wife and son are in Operation 36 at the Millwoods Golf Club, and they got to shoot 36 to move on to the next level. I'm caddying for Luke, and he was so close. He was 1 under with 2 holes to play, 1 under the 36. All he needed to do was go 4-4 in the last 2 holes, and he just didn't do it. He just didn't do it. He's so upset. He says, "Oh, I'm never going to pass. I'm never going to pass." But he was so close, so hopefully the next time. But my wife did pass. She did shoot 3 under 36, 3 under the 36 threshold. And so next time she has to move back to the next level when she plays. So that was fun being out there, and it was awesome to see my wife succeed. And I can't wait till Luke does, because that is so awesome to be able to be out there and experience that with my family. Now, you want to cue up the rant of the week? He is far, far, far exceeding expectations.
It's now time for Murray McCourt's Rant of the Week.
Darnell Nurse right now in a ridiculous contract. You want to know whose fault that contract is?
All brought to you by Steady for Men. Steady, essential goods for men. A limited edition box of premium hand-picked essentials. No subscriptions, just 2 exclusive drops a year. Join the waitlist at steadyformen.ca.
All right. Well, this rant was teed up a little bit by Garrett Hadfield from the Rundle Short Course in the first segment when he was talking about dress codes. And so this rant is about dress codes, and I think they're a distraction from what really actually matters in golf. And every few years, golf finds itself arguing about dress codes, collars, hoodies, joggers, tucked versus untucked. And every time we have this debate, I think we're actually arguing about the wrong thing. Respect in golf has never been about what you wear. It should be about how you behave. I've been with golfers dressed perfectly in a collared shirt, pressed pants, who were slow, rude, drove carts where they shouldn't, never repaired ball marks, never raked a bunker, and treated the staff like they were invisible. I've also played with golfers wearing a hoodie and joggers who played golf, respected the course, fixed their ball marks on every green, and thanked every staff member they met. Tell me, which golfer is actually better for the game? Golf has always had standards, and I don't have a problem with that. Every golf course has the right to decide what fits its brand and experience it wants to provide. But somewhere along the way, too many people started confusing appearance with respect. If we're trying to grow the game, let's make sure we're teaching new golfers the things that do actually matter. Respect the course, respect your fellow golfers, respect the staff, play at a good pace, fix your ball marks, rake your bunkers, replace your divots. Those are the traditions that are worth protecting, because I'll take a respectful golfer in a hoodie over a disrespectful golfer in a collared shirt every day. Golf isn't losing its traditions because someone wore joggers. It's losing them when people stop caring about etiquette, pace of play, and respect for others. Let's spend less time policing wardrobes and more time teaching what really makes someone a golfer. Text in your thoughts, 780-218-9999. On the other side of the break, my buddy KK Carius joins us in studio. We'll carry on with our conversation from a few weeks back when he was on and tell some great stories. Stay with us on the VIP Golf Show on Edmonton Sports Talk.
Looking to make the most of your summer on the course? Alberta Golf has something for everyone. For juniors, the McLennan Ross Alberta Junior Tour is back. The province's #1 competitive junior tour, featuring 24 stops across Alberta. Plus this year, Tour Information Days, where players and parents can learn everything they need to get started. More of a casual player? Upswing by Alberta Golf connects you to events all over the province, from scrambles to charity tournaments to play your own ball formats. Or join one of our 6 signature events and experience some of Alberta's most spectacular courses. And for those ready to compete, Alberta Golf hosts 14 championships for players of all ages, including the 90th Alberta Open at Pritis Greens. However you play, Alberta Golf is your home for the game this summer. Learn more at albertagolf.org.
There's still time to book your tournament at the Ranch Golf and Country Club.
As one of Alberta's top tourney courses, the Ranch makes hosting fun and easy for any group or business. No matter how unique or unusual, they'll accommodate your vision for an event no one will soon forget.
Start planning your tournament today at their beautifully landscaped course on the outskirts of West Edmonton. On-site event coordinators are here to help, but hurry, availability is limited and booking fast.
Visit theranchgolf.com.
Most guys chase more. More clothes, more noise, more nothing. Steady does the opposite. Twice a year, just 5 to 7 pieces. Precision built for men who move with discipline, who value quality, who don't waste time guessing what to wear. This isn't fashion. This is international. Limited. Elevated. Drop 1 goes on sale August 1st. And delivers in December. And when it's gone, it's gone. If you're not on the founding list, you're already behind. Go to steadyformen.ca. Get in, get ready, steady. Essential good for men.
It delivers premium golf brands like Bedrati, Fairway and Green, Legendary Headwear, and Zero Restriction. Trusted by the best, built for your best rounds. Bedrati and Zero Restriction will be outfitting both President's Cup teams at Medina this fall, so you know you're wearing what the pros wear. Ask your local pro shop or shop online with code Edmonton10 for 10% off to try out our premium apparel. Soro Group, elevate your game.
Immerse yourself in a world where golf intertwines with the historic valor of the Canadian Armed Forces. At the Edmonton Garrison Memorial Golf Club, every round connects you with the courageous stories of our military's past. With fairways set against genuine combat equipment and historic monuments, your game becomes a meaningful link to the legacy of those who've served. And make sure to aim carefully to avoid a memorable shot off a tank. Get your membership and celebrate the challenge of golf and the honor of our armed forces. Visit egmgolf.com for more.
Looking for your next great round? Just minutes off the Hendan west of Edmonton, the Links at Spruce Grove is an 18-hole championship course that delivers. Tree-lined fairways, rolling terrain, pristine greens, and just enough challenge to test every skill level. Whether you're chasing a low score or enjoying a relaxed round with friends, this is golf done right. A favorite tournament destination with exceptional conditions and a staff that truly delivers. Plus, modern amenities, a full-service restaurant, and an event space for weddings, anniversaries, or business gatherings. Book your tee time today at lakesgolfcourse.com. The Links at Spruce Grove. Your next round starts here. Accelerate business connections at an executive level with Corporate Connections. We connect leaders around the world and empower them to create opportunities and meaningful change in their organizations, communities, and lives. Join a trusted network of top CEOs and industry pioneers. Share challenges, gain insights, and benefit from peer-to-peer experience sharing. Together, we elevate leadership, build personal and professional growth while expanding influence, and together building a brighter future. Corporate Connections is your gateway to transformative connections. Visit us at corporatecommunications.com, where leaders connect.
There's something new happening in Canadian golf. For decades, golfers have been sold clubs that were never truly built for them. Case Golf changes that. Every set built right here in Canada. Precision crafted around 8 core customizations built for your exact swing. The result? More consistency, tighter dispersion, real results. Case Golf. Canadian made, custom fit for your game.
Join us for the return of the Tom Goodchild Memorial Golf Tournament on Thursday, August 27th at Leduc Golf and Country Club. Enjoy a day of golf while supporting a great cause. Start your day with a delicious breakfast followed by a round of golf, then unwind with drinks and indulge in a gourmet dinner, all ending in a lively auction. Come out and celebrate Tom Goodchild's legacy while supporting the Tom Goodchild Memorial Bursary, which assists culinary students in financial need. The Tom Goodchild Memorial Golf Tournament promises unforgettable experiences. Don't miss out on the fun. Sign up now at sawmill.ca/golf. That's sawmill.ca/golf.
Why pay more for advertising when you have options? At Lux Media Broker, we're not an agency, we're a brokerage. We work on your behalf to source, negotiate, and manage your marketing across over 100 advertising options nationwide. From out-of-home and transit to radio, digital, TV, and social media, we tap into it all. No retainers, no hidden fees, just better rates, added value, and smarter strategy. Learn about the brokerage difference at luxmediabroker.com. We broker, we negotiate, we optimize. Lux Media Broker. Elevate your marketing.
We return to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Arden Roof Systems, with your host, Murray McCourt, only on your clear choice for sports, Edmonton Sports Talk.
Welcome back to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Ardent Roof Systems here in the Modern Measure studio on Edmonton Sports Talk. My name is Murray McCourt, and this segment is brought to you by the Stony Plain Golf Club. Whether you're looking to get custom fit clubs or lessons to improve your swing, check out the Stony Plain Golf Course at golfstonyplain.com. And it is now trivia time. Our trivia contest is brought to you by Tough Stuff Promotions. Tough Stuff works as hard as you do to create personalized swag that's tough enough for your hardworking name. Call 780-470-4545 or visit toughstuffpromotions.com for all your logo merchandise needs. The winner of the contest will get a custom fitting from the TaylorMade Performance Center and a gift card to the Keg Steakhouse and Bar. With 5 locations around Edmonton, why not tonight? And Maddie, what's the question this week, fine sir?
Which two golfers won the most PGA events in a single season in the modern era? So which 2 golfers won the most PGA events in a single season in the modern era?
All right, text into 780-218-9999 if you want to get in on that. And excited to have my buddy KK Carouse back in the house. I had a last-minute bailout on me last night, so I texted KK and I said, hey, we were having so much fun a couple of weeks back. Do you want to do it again?
Let's do her.
Let's do her. Well, you know, we were texting a couple of days ago while I was away, and I said, so you keeping busy? What are you up to? He says, I've never been busier.
It's unbelievable.
You're a retired man.
It's been 3 weeks now, maybe 4. I don't even know. It's tough to count. You know what? It's been remarkable. But I've been doing a few things here and there, like some golf stuff. I did Specs tournament on Wednesday.
Oh, okay, cool.
It was great. You know, unbelievable turnout. I've golfed at Legends. I've golfed, man, like you think about the amount of golf that I've done more since retiring. It's probably about another round or two a week. So I'm busy.
Okay, so is your game getting any better?
No, it's worse. I think I was telling a buddy of mine, Gooley, texted me from Kelowna, and he says, "So how's your game?" Da, da, da. And I said, well, you know what? I got that, and you know more than anyone because we played for 17, 18 years now. Sometimes in July, for some reason, I'm not sure what it is, I get into that little bit of a funk,
a little lull,
and I got to get back to the JLG in Saskatchewan, which is coming up next weekend, and that rights the ship for the rest of the year.
You know, like when you get in that little lull, every time the beer cart comes by, you ask her if she has cyanide on the beer cart.
Well, and unfortunately, they don't.
Well, you know, we were finishing up the last show, and we got into the story about Lake Carouse
on
at
18,
the ranch,
yeah.
and why the lake on 18 is called Lac Carouse, and where you got that name. And so this is the story of how that came. I was really good buddies with Mike Riley and Matt Nichols, the quarterbacks of the Elks or Eskimos back in the day. And we went to a media pro-am at Innisfail. So the team, Nichols, Riley, KK, and me. And so we had a pretty good day on the golf course. We had a lot of fun, played really well, and we win some money. But when we get in the clubhouse, KK knew everyone in the entire clubhouse at Innisfail. And he's waking his way around the room, socializing with everybody. Me and the boys are just having some cocktails, chilling in the corner. Then it's prize time. And everybody in the room knew KK except for the MC. And he goes, finishing in third place, the team of Murray McCourt, Mike Riley, Matt Nichols, and Kevin Carouse. The roof blew off that room as everyone's laughing. Kevin Carouse. And now you say there was a media thing. Riley signed his big contract and they did an online media thing, and you finished the story off with that, KK.
Well, because it was during COVID.
Right.
So basically, and I don't know where Michael Riley was. I can't remember, but probably in Washington. I'm not sure. Anyway, he comes on the Zoom, and there would have been, back then, there was a lot more reporters covering the team than there is now. Anyway, how it worked was you have to, raise your hand, put the question, say where you're from, who you are, da-da-da. So I said that, and then Michael Riley goes, Carouse, in front of all the people that were on the Zoom call, and everyone kind of got a good chuckle out of that. So, but to the lake, and your dad built the sign, I think, and you got to get a better sign than that. Come on now.
Wow, my dad's listening right now. You just insulted my dad's sign.
No, you got to get a better sign. Let's get if you're going to do it, if you're going to call the Lake Carouse, let's get a better sign, a nice sign. Anyways, and he's phenomenal. So anyway, but how it worked was because of the amount of balls that went in there between myself and Danny Kepley on 18. But think about how the different configuration back in the day, how 18 was.
Well, it was way harder then.
I think it was, way harder.
Well, that's not a think. It was way harder.
Well, because you would hit a 5-iron.
Yeah, 5-iron, 6-iron typically.
Hopefully, and then, for me, hopefully. And then, how far was the next shot? 200?
200, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of, so I would hit a 5-iron and then something else.
Well, 5-iron, and then you're hybrid into the water, then you're hybrid in the water, then you're hybrid in the water.
5-iron into the iron,
it was entertaining.
It was, yeah.
Kepley was doing the same thing.
And we had so many presses going on, it wasn't even funny.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Another guy that we golfed with a lot over the years was Louis DeBrusque.
Yeah.
And one crazy story I remember, we were walking from the 6th green to the 7th tee box, and I was asking Louis if he had some special fighting techniques that his go-to fighting move. And he said, well, it depended who was fighting, and because I kind of knew what to expect with most guys, but I did kind of have a signature thing that I tried to do. And I said, well, what was that? And he goes, well, I need to kind of show you. And I said, well, show me on Kevin.
They put me into submission in about 3 seconds.
He says, throw a right, and you threw a right, and he had you tied up like a pretzel. Yeah. The only thing sticking out was your face, and his fist just pretending he was pounding you in the face.
Louis and I have gone on several fishing trips together over the years.
Yeah.
Man, oh man, have we had some fun. And like Louis, one of the best stories with Louis is we went up to this place called Fortress Lake fishing, and it's for trout.
Yeah.
And he caught this fish, and we took a picture of it, and every time that reporters, scouts, whatever come to town, I show because they talk about fishing in the stands and we show this picture, and Louis will go, the exact words, his line is, Carius, when you show a fish that big, it's going to look small when you got 28-inch guns.
Oh yeah, he's a big, strong man, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Well, you know what though? I can't believe what happened right by your house last night.
Well, in the White Mud, yeah.
Yeah. Did you hear about that, Maddie?
Not a chance.
You don't want to throw that one out at Maddie?
No.
Okay.
No, because we don't have enough time here. It's 9:52 here.
Well, yeah, you know what? We're not on airwaves. We can go a few extra minutes.
Listen,
KJ.
first of all, he's not going to get it. He's not sharp enough.
Well, that I can't believe you didn't take that opportunity, because I've walked you into that joke with.
We've talked about
hundreds of people.
So actually, at Mark Spector's tournament on Wednesday, I might have told it 15 or. Hey, it's a true story.
And how many people did you get?
Everyone. There's not one person that we haven't got with.
Well, I'll never forget my dad and his brother, my uncle, out in front of the ranch, and you had those two, hook, line, and sinker, and the look on my dad's face was something I'll never forget when you dropped the punchline.
Yeah, and you know what? He's not the only one. Like there's thousands.
Yes.
So
there's thousands of victims. We were going to get. I wanted to get you, Maddie.
Next time.
Next time.
And he's not sharp.
Well, I'll just remember this next time.
Yeah.
How about your shot on number 6 one time, where the par 3,
talking at the ranch.
Yeah, 180-yard par 3.
It was windy though. It was massive wind. So I hit a 3-wood.
Yeah,
and it hit the cart path to the right. And then it hit the cart path again. Then it bounced over the porta potties there, and then it goes over the tee box on 7 to the back tee box, like technically on 4.
On
right?
4, it was the back of 4. Yeah.
So I had 140 in on my second shot
from over the back of the. Yeah, 160-yard hole after all the cart path bounces. It was a 300-yard shot.
It was 180. It was playing 210, and I thought and then I creamed it and whatever. So it bounced and bounced and bounced. And I don't know what happened. I think someone kicked it over there. But anyways, it was and I made par.
I don't remember that part. I think it was probably an 8.
No, it's probably an 8. Yeah. That's a hard hole, man. That hole gets me every time. But not today.
Not today. Well,
not today. I'm looking forward to today.
You know we've played golf pretty much every Sunday for almost 20 years.
Yeah,
and last week I was away. This week I'm away. Next week you're away. It's going to be a month between games. But then we do have the Pro Senior coming up. Where
what day is that again?
I have to look it up on my calendar. We're going to Olds.
Okay.
And we played in it together 2 years ago at Cardiff, and we actually won some money. You had one of the best games of your life.
Remember our first tee shots? You were right. Man. I was left. And how we found both balls is a miracle.
Yeah.
And you found yours, and luckily, I think you might have made a bogey.
I think
Did you make
got a par because it was a par 5.
Yeah, and we were like, oh man, we are in trouble right away.
Yeah, we didn't. We thought we were going to be DQ'd on the first hole.
Yeah, but that first hole that really got us at Cardiff. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Olds is good. I like the greens there are outstanding. But what other stories kind of stick out for you over the years of some of the craziness and the people that we've golfed with?
Oh, that we golfed with. I mean, to be honest with you, like I always go back to the very beginning when we first met, and then when we got Danny Kepley involved.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there were so many things that happened with Kep because, like Danny, like, man, this guy, no one played harder and no one lived harder than Danny. But the one thing I'll always remember, one time we were sitting there after a round of golf, and I had a couple pops after, and so Danny drove me. He's going to drive me home, and I said, Danny, thanks a lot for driving me home. I shouldn't probably have this many pops after a round of golf, and he goes, "Carius, I've spilt more than you'll ever drink."
Yeah, no kidding. And how about like the stories, the football stories that he would tell? Like, you remember when he told us the story of him and Mark Messier at the old pub when the Oilers and Eskimos hung out together?
Yeah, those guys used to go to David's.
David's on Argyle, right.
And those guys, back then, the Oilers and Eskimos hung out all the time. Now, like, I'll bet you any money that anyone off the Oilers could not name one EE player.
Yeah, probably not.
Maybe the quarterback, maybe Cody.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Rankin,
maybe Rankin, but
whatever,
I'm not sure. But it's 40 years difference. Those guys hung around together all the time because, well, for one, the salary was
pretty similar.
About similar.
Yeah.
And that's the number one thing. And that's the difference. So those guys got together a lot away from the games, especially in September, October, November.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, those guys, I mean, you know, Kep and Mess had some run-ins and things like that, and a couple of scraps here and there, and whatever.
Too many drinks, and then they don't remember it. The next day, they're like, they're buddies. But, wow, they beat the hell out of each other the night before.
Oh, I mean, it was a different time, but I'll tell you what, we got a hell of a sports down here, don't we?
Yeah, it sure is. And, you know, you are a massive Elk supporter and have been over the years, covered them for 3 decades. Now, them being 6-1 right now, I mean, what a turnaround over what we've got to witness for the last almost decade now or so.
Well, it goes to 3 people. It's Chris Morris, it's Ed Hervey, and it's Mark Killam.
Yeah.
All those guys are on the same page. And like Chris Morris is a hell of a football mind, but he knows more about... When Chris was coaching at the U of A, it was different because he changed that whole program. I don't think he had time to coach, to be honest.
Yeah.
He had so many other things to worry about as far as scholastics and things. We could talk about that for a long time. Ed Hervey, this team in 2015, 2016, when they won the Grey Cup in 2015, and then after 2016, they were still okay. They were relevant. Then Ed left, and then for a decade, technically, they were irrelevant.
Yeah.
When Ed comes back, he has made the biggest difference in this franchise. And then to bring in Mark Killam, all those 3 guys are on the same page, and that's what you're seeing, the difference. And I hope people will come out on Saturday. I hope they get a good crowd.
Well, you and I have bantered back and forth for almost this past entire decade of darkness of the Eskimos Elks organization about the fans and the crowds. And, you know, we were having some texting about what we thought the crowds were going to be this week. And like, what do you actually think is going to be the turning point or the turn that gets the true fan support back?
See, Eddie Steele and I, we've talked about this
yeah, I'm
quite
sure
a bit.
you did.
So I don't know if winning is everything. Like it's a big part of it.
Yeah.
The way that this team has turned the corner away from the field as well. So it's other things. Like you have to be successful on the field. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, for people to say winning doesn't matter, that's the stupidest thing that you could ever say. But there's other things that happen off the field. And that's why there is that optimism to move forward here. And again, it's Ed, it's Chris Morris, and it's Mark Hill.
But Len Rhodes, the former past president of the team, said winning doesn't matter.
Well, and that's part of the problem where the team went into a decade of a tailspin.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, Kevin, you know, it's always fun. I appreciate you jumping in. I texted you last night and said, someone bailed on me. I can wing it no problem.
Who bailed?
You want to come? Well, a young junior golfer who was down in California playing in a golf tournament, and his flight got changed.
You get a call. Like, I've been around a long time in this business, Murray, and when you get a call on Saturday night at 8:30, you know that it's an old friend of mine, Jay Wright. We were playing blackjack at one of the casinos in town 20 years ago, and all of a sudden he left the table. And I said to the dealer, I said, "Where'd my buddy go?" And he goes, "Oh, he's at the nickel slots." And I said, "Where are the nickel slots?" And the dealer goes, "The end of the line." So that's what I am today, buddy.
Oh, end of the line, yeah. Well, you're retired. You got nothing else to do.
The end of the line.
Yeah, exactly. Well, appreciate you coming down, KK.
All right, buddy.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Good luck in Kananaskis, big guy.
Oh, thanks. Well, I don't need luck. I mean,
oh, you guys do. The three of you need luck.
Well, three. Well, Senko too. Senko was playing volleyball with his daughter yesterday, and he texted me his fingers sideways, and he put it back in himself. He says, "I think I'm going to be drinking more than I'm going to be golfing." But
yeah, there's one thing I like about him. Nothing.
Oh, Kevin, you'll never change, pal. Never change. All right, Maddie, trivia. Who's the big winner?
Allie was the winner. And the answer is, well, do you know who? Two golfers won the most PGA events in a single season in modern era.
I mean, my boy's obvious answer for one of them.
Tiger did it 2000 with 9 wins. This other one happened in 2004.
Jeez, I'm thinking like it's a stupid trick. It's a trick one.
No.
He was a former number one golfer in the world.
Ernie Els.
VJ Singh.
VJ and Tiger Woods.
Really?
9 wins. Again, VJ 2004, Tiger in 2000.
All right, and the winner was who again? Sorry?
Allie. I'll text you
okay.
the
And so, Allie, if you're still listening, I'm going away right now, so I'm not going to reach out to you till Thursday, and I'll get you your prize then. Well,
who used to caddy for VJ?
Daddy Saul.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Local tidbits everywhere. So how did you not know that? Maybe Danny wasn't caddying for him till later.
Maybe.
Yeah. All right. Well, that wraps up this week's VIP Golf Show in the Modern Measure studio, presented by Ardent Roof Systems here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Next week on the show, we'll chat with Robert Roussel, Executive Director of the PGA of Alberta, Taylor Tracy from the Alberta Golf Association. We'll chat some junior golf as well. And this one's going to be interesting. Clayton Elliott's going to join us. AI, how has it impacted golf so far? What's its impact going to be in the future? That'll be an interesting conversation, and we'll go around YAG and check in with the Coal Creek Golf Resort. Looks like some great weather here in Edmonton this week, so get out and play some golf, and be sure to be right back here on Edmonton Sports Talk next Sunday, 8 a.m. for the VIP Golf Show. Have a good one.
Accelerate business connections at an executive level with Corporate Connections. We connect leaders around the world and empower them to create opportunities and meaningful change in their organizations, communities, and lives. Join a trusted network of top CEOs and industry pioneers. Share challenges, gain insights, and benefit from peer-to-peer experience sharing. Together, we elevate leadership, build personal and professional growth while expanding influence, and together building a brighter future. Corporate Connections is your gateway to transformative connections. Visit us at corporatecommunications.com, where leaders connect.
Escape the ordinary and experience golfing paradise at Coal Creek Golf Resort. Immerse yourself in our exceptional layout and enjoy excellent conditions that will take your game to the next level. Challenge yourself with a unique twist. Tackle the only black sand traps in all of Alberta. And why not extend your stay? Relax in one of our spacious RV lots, offering the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. Visit coalcreek.ca now to book your tee time and plan your unforgettable getaway at Coal Creek Golf Resort. Your perfect golfing escape awaits.
You work hard to make your house a home. Your yard should match. Green Tree Outdoor Living has designed and built outdoor spaces across Alberta since 1998. It starts with an initial consultation and a 3D design, so you can test drive your yard before you buy it. At Green Tree, we handle everything. No chasing contractors, no guesswork, no surprises. A seamless experience from the initial sketch to the final brick. Green Tree Outdoor Living, making neighbors jealous since '98. Book your consultation today at greentreelandscaping.ca.
Crazy about roofs. Crazy about roofs.
Time for a new roof? Make it one that lasts. Ardent Roof Systems, protecting homes for over a decade. Roofing, siding, and exteriors, all built to last with our Platinum 50-year warranty. Because at Ardent Roof Systems, we are
crazy about roofs.
Ardent Roof Systems and Exteriors, the team that puts your protection first. Visit ardentroofsystems.com.
There's something new happening in Canadian golf. For decades, golfers have been sold clubs that were never truly built for them. Kaysen Golf changes that. Every set built right here in Canada. Precision crafted around 8 core customizations built for your exact swing. The result? More consistency, tighter dispersion, real results. Kaysen Golf, Canadian made, custom fit for your game.
Enjoy a round of golf on two of Canada's top public courses at Wolf Creek, designed by renowned architect Rod Whitman. If you haven't been to Wolf Creek recently, now's the time to check out the best course conditions in years. Enjoy a pure links golf experience and great course conditions. After your game, relax at Barney's Lounge with great food, drinks, and patio views. It's a destination getaway only a short drive away in Ponoka. Visit wolfcreekgolf.com to learn more.
From the fairways of Edmonton to the greens of the BC Rockies, you'll never miss a course with VIP Golf. VIP Golf members enjoy preferred rates at over 70 top courses in Alberta and BC. They play 7 days a week and average 40 to 60% off regular rates with no payments due at the course. Just book with VIP Golf, show your ID, then grip it and rip it. With so many courses under one umbrella, it's no wonder they're the membership of choice for so many Albertans. To learn more, visit their website today at vipgolf.ca.
Grab your clubs and tee up for your best golf season yet. Hone your skills and improve your game at the Country Club Golf Tour Academy. It doesn't matter if you're a seasoned pro or just starting out. Country Club Tour offers the best lesson programs for every level of golfer. Take your skill set to a higher level and train with their simulators, launch monitors, and PGA of Canada's teaching professionals. You can train all year long at their 7 golf courses and indoor golf center. Sign up for lessons with the CCT Golf Academy today and countryclubtour.com.
Most guys chase more. More clothes, more noise, more nothing. Steady does the opposite. Twice a year, just 5 to 7 pieces. Precision built for men who move with discipline, who value quality, who don't waste time guessing what to wear. This isn't fashion. This is international. Limited. Elevated. Drop 1 goes on sale August 1st and delivers in December. And when it's gone, it's gone. If you're not on the founding list, you're already behind. Go to steadyformen.ca. Get in, get ready, steady. Essential good for men